Dude, aren't you just going to piss off a lot of people and annoy the living crap out of them? That's something I hear a lot when talking about cold email with leads and potential clients that come into my business. And today I want to lay out exactly why I think cold email is one of the most amazing ways to generate leads into your business and explain how to do it properly in a way that doesn't destroy your brand, your entrepreneurship, business building, lead generation, and how to use cold emails to get amazing leads and dream clients. So one of the things I want to dive into a little bit is about why we look at cold email as one of the most effective lead generation channels. So we used to actually manage a lot of advertising for our clients, and a lot of our B2B clients would see kind of unpredictable results with the advertising. Now, over a long enough time frame, say 3 to 6 months, we'd get them profitable, but even month to month, it was a little bit sporadic depending on what ad platforms were doing. Now, here's the thing. The reason why we kind of scaled down the advertising side of the business and really focus on the cold email side are because of 3 reasons. The number one reason is because the people that you are looking to target, if you're in B2B, if you're trying to get through to bigger deals potentially, 10, 20,000, 100,000, or even $1 million deals, the people you're trying to sell to probably are not sitting on Facebook all day, clicking on ads, looking to buy from you, right? Especially if it's for a business to business type service or product. So if you can't get through to these people, if they're not on the platforms you're advertising on, if it's too expensive to advertise on somewhere like Google because it's a super competitive space, you've got some really big competitors, the best way to reach those people is via cold email. Because rather than trying to hope, right, and praying that one of these people comes through and somehow miraculously comes and buys from you, you can now go direct and go straight to the right people at the right companies and kind of make a case on why they should talk to you. Now, that is probably the number one reason why we love cold email so much, because CEOs are actually very reachable via cold emails. Now, one of the clients we work with, we did a campaign for them where they targeted some of the biggest companies in the country. And these are listed companies, publicly listed companies. And we targeted the CEOs and decision makers and managing directors. And we got in front of, open rates of like 80%, a little bit under 80%, and the reply rates was like 42% on some of the top people and business people in the country. So you can really get in front of the right audience and have a lot of cut through if you do it properly, right? Number one reason. Now, number 2 reason is again because of how unpredictable some of the ad networks and platforms are. Essentially, it's not your platform, right? You don't have control over how the algorithms work. You don't really have control over how much competition is coming in and what your competition are doing. And so from day to day and week to week, the results can fluctuate quite a bit. And if you're running a lot of ads, you've got a big budget, sometimes your ads get stale and people get used to seeing it and it becomes less effective. So in that regard, I find cold emails actually much more predictable because you can know that the people you're sending it to, right, you might have an email sequence, but they're only getting the one email sequence, so they're not getting email fatigue, right? You can control the message, you can send the right message through, and it's kind of like a fresh message every single time that we send through to the people we're trying to reach out to. Now, the third reason why I absolutely love cold email so much is because it's personable and personalized. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're advertising on platforms, which I still think you should do, right? Definitely should still be advertising. But on the ads themselves, because it's being shown to so many people, you can't speak directly to the people that you're targeting. So for example, with the cold email, I can reach out to a CEO at a particular company and I can research about the person I'm reaching out to, like, for example, what they posted on LinkedIn, what do they like as potentially a sports team, what podcasts have they been on, what videos that they're putting out, what books have they written, and I can make a very specific reference to something about them, right? I can show them that this message is targeted just to them as one person, and I can show them that I've researched about them before I reach out. Now, that's something that's impossible to do on the ad networks, right? You can get super targeted, super personalized, and if you do that, your results would actually be really, really good. Now, if you're still in doubt, a lot of the biggest businesses around, especially in the business to business space, have been built off the back of cold emails. So I've got a mentor that's built a $250 million a year business, right? $250 million a year, selling B2B software to companies in a certain niche. And his business from 0 to about 20 to 30 million was driven off the back of really, really good cold emails. So I've seen it done in practice. I've seen the cold emails we've done for our clients. You can absolutely grow and scale and keep the personalization, keep the really good messaging by scaling your messaging, by scaling how you do the process of it, how you build a list, how you personalize, and how you reach out on a one-to-one basis to your ideal audience. Now, that being said, your next question is probably around, well, how do we write some really good cold emails? How do we get these really great open rates and response rates? I got you, fam. There's a couple of other videos on here. One just about our process of writing and creating amazing cold emails. So go check out that video. It should be on around here somewhere. And the second is around subject lines that we write to get 70, 80%, 90% open rates. So go check them out and I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers.